Hello everybody, yeah, it's your favourite time of the week once again. It's time for more Wrestling Showdown, and ladies and gentlemen, I have got some huge news concerning live events. I know last week I told you about 5 events coming in the month of May, but this is huge news about Resolution. You know, our biggest event of the year. It's going to be our biggest event ever, because this year Resolution will be happening from the Hydro in Glasgow. Can you believe it? Can you believe your ears? Is W3L really going to take the roof off the Hydro? No, don't be stupid. Come on, it's April the 1st, what do you expect? We're not going to the Hydro, but I do have huge news about our live events coming up in the month of May. I'll recap them and tell you the huge news in just a moment. But first, speaking of huge news, we are getting ever closer to the finals of the Wrestling Showdown Championship Tournament. A brand new championship being inaugurated for right here on Wrestling Showdown. One man has advanced into the finals of the tournament. You saw that last week. And now we're about to find out who will be joining him in the finals. 2 men are set to square off. One is Taylor Bryden of the Contingency Plan. The other is Mike Musso. 2 men who know each other pretty well. Only one person can advance. And when you know that you've got to face Dickie Divers of the Contingency Plan in the finals, things look quite good, because it looks very much like we're going to get an all Contingency Plan final. Will that be the case? There's only one way for us to find out. Let's go down to ringside and see who will advance in the Wrestling Showdown Championship Tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is a singles match set for 1 fall, and it's a semi-final match in the Wrestling Showdown Championship Tournament.
I saw what happened in the last semi-final match in the championship tournament. Divers, I know you advanced. I know you advanced. But from what I saw, it took 2 of you to make that happen. So, although I've got the bloke on the end here to make the numbers up, and it's in my corner, I've got another idea. As good as that idea sounds, I've got another idea. How about you guys brag about your 76-time tag team champions and all this stuff? Okay. I notice you don't have the belts with you this afternoon.
That's where I spoke there. We rectified for the future.
You guys always brag about how good you are. How about this afternoon? You prove it by facing me 1-on-1. Send him, your little sister, to the back. Unless you don't have the guts to face me 1-on-1.
Is it his little sister?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here at Wrestling Showdown, and we're supposed to be having our second semi-final in the Wrestling Showdown Championship Tournament, but we obviously just heard from Mike Musso there. He wants Dickie Divers to leave, and if you saw last week's episode, you'll know why. I mean, Taylor Bryden interfered liberally in Divers versus Kevin Williams, which was the first semi-final, and the distraction at the end allowed Divers to smack Williams in the head with a chair and get the victory that way, which is exactly how he advanced over Dave Genemy initially in the first round. Now, the Plan having some sort of confrontation, some sort of powwow over in the corner. Musso wants Bryden 1-on-1, and it's certainly easier for him. He would have to keep his eye on Divers on the floor, but the Plan always travel in groups, so I'm not really sure that's what's going to happen. Apparently we are. Bryden says you want 1-on-1, we've got it. So Divers is going to head backstage. Let's get some official ring instructions.
introducing first of all, standing to my right and representing the Contingency Plan, this is Taylor Bryden. And introducing his opponent from Darkonian Fight, he is the merchandise Mike Musso.
So it's seemingly going to be a one-on-one contest then, which is really how it should be anyway. The winner will move into the finals of the Wrestling Showdown Championship Tournament to face Dickie Divers. Now, obviously both of them want to advance. Bryden would be the preferred opponent of Divers. You may think that's a little weird. Why would Divers want his friend and tag partner? But that means if Bryden gets through, the Contingency Plan are guaranteed to hold the Showdown Championship. Of course, they're currently beltless. James Scott looking to regain the heavyweight title at the earliest opportunity. Divers and Bryden would love to become tag champions again. But of course, the Wrestling Showdown titles, a new accolade on the horizon. Working on our first ever champion as soon as Musso immediately for a cover. Body slam means second move of the match pretty much. Trying to get this one over with. And his task has been just a fraction easier by not having Divers at ringside. Again, if you saw last week, you will know just how much Bryden kept interfering, and that really cost Kevin Williams. I mean, Williams could have had the match won on a couple of occasions, but thanks to Bryden tackling him on the floor and distracting the referee, it was an impossible task in many ways, and Kevin Williams eliminated from the tournament. So Musso so far has got a one-on-one. He's facing a man he's wrestled before. He and Bryden have locked horns on numerous occasions. There's a knee lift to Musso. Not often you see that. Usually a knee lift from him. Now Bryden going for the body slam, but unable to pick up Musso, who again goes straight for the cover. Not hanging around, and Bryden cutting off the momentum, rolls to the floor, so Musso cannot follow up on him. Good strategy, as you can see. Fans moving in the build to get the best view of this match. Understandably so, this is history in the making, ladies and gentlemen. One man, be it Bryden, be it Musso, is going to advance into the finals to become the first ever Wrestling Showdown champion, and Bryden's grabbed a hammer. Now, these aren't officially foreign objects. In the W3L handbook, they are officially not classed as a foreign object, so they are legal. And there's a test of strength. This Taylor Bryden. He's a powerful built man. Bryden very hard hitting. You mean he's not the tallest or necessarily the heaviest man in W3L, but pound for pound he's arguably the strongest, although he did struggle to lift Musso up earlier on. And he's certainly very agile as well. One set of fingers into the waist. We can just test each other, put each other out. Silver one down. And Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Now Musso will have a slight edge because he's taller. As you can see, can press down upon Bryden. But Taylor Bryden goes right to the midsection. I guess we should have saw that coming, I suppose. Leapfrog by Musso. Duck. And down goes Bryden off that hip toss. Musso in for the cover yet again. But Bryden not quite done yet. And there's those knee lifts. Off the ropes. And Bryden got out of the way. He's tasted them before. He knows that 2 knee lifts set you up, and it's the third one that does all the damage. Bryden says he's not a chicken, but he is stalling again. And to be honest, from his point of view, you can't argue with it because it cuts off Musso's momentum. When Musso can string 3, 4, 5 moves together, he could possibly get the victory. And Musso maybe being a little goaded in there, being a little impatient, gets pulled to the floor. Bryden is going to go for. And Musso catches him. Oh, and right on the ring apron. Now it was the side of Bryden's face smacked the apron. You don't need me to tell you, there's no padding there.
It's a bad landing for him. His face may end up the same colour as his knee pad. And Bryden stumbling about and gets hit with the clothesline. This could wrap it up. Musso could be about to advance. It doesn't quite yet. So Bryden's stalling didn't really work for him. He did somewhat goad Musso into coming out, or at least near the ropes so he could grab hold of him. But Bryden being dropped face first on the apron, taking that close, and it slowed him down. I mean, in fairness, Musso's had most of the advantage as it pertains to offensive moves, but Bryden attacking the arm there, snapping up the top rope, and again, because you know full well Musso likes to utilise his arms in this match a lot, as he slams, suplexes, that kind of thing. Of course, if you can't use your arm, you can't pick someone up. And Bryden yet again with the attack, double axe handling the shoulder. They fight round the building, people are bouncing off the wall, and they're at the ring post. I do wonder if Bryden has been somewhat biding his time. Maybe he was just waiting for Musso to make some kind of mistake. He's obviously had to take a good few shots to get to that position, but now that he's found a weakness, he's able to get in the arm. And he ran it at the post, he snapped on the ropes. This week where Bryden is at his most dangerous. He's quite well versed in submissions as well as physical kind of striking type moves. Musso with a good arm, hits the back elbow, don't know how much force is behind it though. Bryden tastes that boot, he's done that before. Musso trying to launch it there, and it was the bad arm, and out of pure instinct, it was the one he signalled with. I wasn't sure if he was signalling for the clothesline, if he was trying to get some feeling back into it. But pure instinct, hang on, Bryden going for a cover, pinning, see holding the arm down as well. And Bryden again, kneels on the bad arm. It was like Musso went for the clothesline, but because he always uses that left arm, just did it automatically. And that allowed Bryden to catch him and do further damage to it. I think we're going to be seeing an all Contingency Plan final, and I have no idea what they're going to do when they're opposite each other. There's no way they're going to fight. Referee checking on Musso, who doesn't want to quit. See again, Musso going for that arm. It's the one he uses a lot. And as a consequence, out of pure instinct, he keeps trying to strike with it, but it's weakened. You can see the damage Bryden's doing to it. Be careful, doesn't get cute here. So I have no idea what Divers and Bryden will do. I mean, I can't imagine they're going to test each other and wrestle. I guess they may try and get management to declare them as co-champion. Is that even possible? Musso's arm, doing all sorts of pain. We saw Kevin Williams' hand being worked over in the previous semi-final. Dickie Divers stomped over that, injured the arm, injured the hand of Kevin Williams. Bryden still joining with the crowd, obviously feeling confident, and he should as well. Oh, love the move! Rolls at the Juju Gatame. Can't quite tell if he's got it fully locked. That'll be the end of the match. If Musso's arm is fully straightened, then Musso cannot get out of this. He has to watch his shoulders aren't down the mat either. Musso can stretch a leg out if he knows where he is. Get to the ropes, but trying to alleviate the pressure there. This could easily wrench your arm out. His socket could tear a shoulder. Rotator cuff could be injured. Whole building vibrating. Is the crowd willing? Mike Musso on, and he could barely pick Bryden up. So much his arm was weakened. Bryden released the hold anyway. And Musso yet again out of instinct drops the elbow with the bad arm and gets nothing but canvas either. And Taylor Bryden doesn't often get to show his singles abilities here in W3L. Often content to be the tag team specialist of the Contingency Plan. 5 tag reigns he's had. I think he's the most decorated tag team wrestler in W3L history. Musso hits the shoulder block, but again it's the bad side. It's not going to help him out. It'll probably help Bryden because I don't think Musso would have stocked as much force as he would have liked. But Bryden, a very competent singles wrestler. To use a comparison, is like the Arn Anderson of the Contingency Plan. Again, often underrated singles competitor, but a hell of a tag wrestler. And Musso again drops the elbow. Now if he'd hit it, certainly his body weight coming down would have done some damage, but he used the bad arm. Bryden moved and Musso just ended himself further. And again, you can't be thinking straight. It keeps using the injured arm. I guess we just used to landing a set way of that elbow. Oh, here comes Divers. Well, it was meant to be one-on-one. Didn't think Divers would stay away for too long. But I mean, there's no real reason to be out here, I suppose. Give Musso a bad arm yet again. That's because being distracted by Divers. Didn't think ahead, though he hasn't for a lot of the match. Divers currently just observing. As long as he does, it'll be fine. So that avalanche. There's a fan prodding away at Divers with those inflatable hammers. It's egregious to them, I think. See Musso using the good arm this time for those forearm smashes. Bryden in the corner. Again, one of these men going to advance. They will have to face Divers. Musso with a drop knee lift. Bryden is reeling. And there's a knee lift as well. Missed the third one earlier, hits that one. He's going to finish him. How he can with that bad arm, I'm not sure, because normally he likes to lift his opponent across his shoulders. And it's going to be hard to pick him up and hold him there. And he's lifting him up, but Bryden slips it really easily. And Musso falls against the ropes. And Divers is going to smack Musso, I think. He's going to punch Mike Musso right in the face. And Dickie Divers wasn't paying attention and has just lamped his own partner. Taylor Bryden got a fistful of Divers. There's the blunt force trauma. Bryden lands head first on the canvas. Referee's in position. And the match is over. Mike Musso advances in the finals of the tournament, and he's got to thank Dickie Divers because Divers spun round to punch Musso and smacked Taylor Bryden. Divers has cost Bryden the match here this week on Wrestling Showdown.
So Mike Musso advances into the finals of the Wrestling Showdown Championship Tournament, but let's be honest, it took an inadvertent punch from Dickie Divers to his own tag team partner Taylor Bryden to help Musso on his way. And that's taking nothing away from him. He's got the opportunity to become the first ever Wrestling Showdown champion, assuming he can get past Dickie Divers in the tournament final. But I'm sure the Contingency Plan has seen some heated words after that match. I'm sure we'll hear all about that in the weeks to come. We will be seeing the finals of the tournament in the not too distant future right here on Showdown. Make sure you have subscribed so you do not miss it. Now I promise you huge news about live events. I'm going to tell you that in just a moment. But first let me recap where we're going to be in the month of May. We head south of the border on the 11th and 12th of May. We go to Todmorden and Newcastle for 2 events down in England. And then back up in Scotland, the 25th, 6th and 7th of May sees us spend that weekend in Musselburgh, Dunfermline and Grangemouth respectively, 3 of our favourite venues. So come out and see us in any of those 5 places if you can. Now what's the huge news? Well, it involved wrestling's toughest tournament, 7 Deadly Sins. 4 rounds of action, each with separate stipulations. You don't win 7 Deadly Sins, you survive it. And this year, for the first time ever, we are taking 7 Deadly Sins on the road across 2 venues on 2 separate days. We kick off 7 Deadly Sins in Musselburgh on May the 25th. The first half of the tournament happens then. The second half of the tournament and the finals happen in Grangemouth on the 27th. So this means that anybody who's been in 7 Sins before, anybody who's used to having to go through the whole tournament in one night, is going to have to completely change their strategy. They will get 24 hours in the tournament, but of course we've got the show in Dunfermline, so what's going to happen there? It's going to be a momentous weekend, a historic 7 deadly sins. And of course, as you can imagine, W3L management are getting these 7 best people they can find to go into that tournament. Names will be announced soon, negotiations are taking place, we've had wrestlers contacting the W3L offices daily, it seems, trying to get in to 7 deadly sins, because of course the winner gets that guaranteed heavyweight championship match. If you want to come and see us in England, if you want to come and see us in Scotland, if you want to come and see 7 deadly sins, you can by buying tickets from our website. And because it's Easter, because I mean, who decided to put April Fool's Day and Easter Sunday on the same day? That was bad planning, wasn't it? Anyway, it's Easter. So as a treat from us to you, in lieu of a chocolate egg, because they're quite hard to get through a monitor screen, what I've decided to do is, if you go on to the W3L website, if you buy your tickets for our live events, if you buy any of the general access seating tickets, use the word Easter as a coupon code, you can have those tickets for half price. That's not the front row, it's just the general access seats. You can get it for half price if you use the word Easter, but the code is only good for today and tomorrow. That's Easter Sunday and the Monday. It stops after that and you're back to paying the full price. So to get those tickets, head to our website, w3lwrestling.com. Make sure you have given us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, subscribe to this channel, make sure you use the hashtag W3L Wrestling Showdown, and keep it here on Showdown every single Sunday. I'll be bringing you more news about our live events as they get closer. I'll be telling you what the lineups are, who's going to be involved, what matches you're going to see. I'll be reviewing the 7 deadly sins participants as well, and a whole bunch more. I'll see you in 7 days.